by now, because I was in speech team, but it doesn't wear off. So I'm Amyra. For those of you who don't know, I have been attending faith youth groups since, I don't know, 4 years? Yeah. And I remember 4 years ago, I came here in the summer, and then I remember Maria, like, giving her testimony, and she's like, I've been waiting for this moment. I've been waiting for this moment in like, whatever. And then earlier I heard Vince go, it's going to be us in 2 years. And I'm like, yeah, Vince. In my head, I was it. But, in high school, I was highly involved. I did a lot of sports. I did a lot of clubs. I kind of felt overwhelmed by it. But I may be here, I may be there, but first of all, I am a youth group student. I didn't grow up in this church. I came here invited by Madeline. At first, she invited me, I was just like, okay, I'll go. These guys are cute. But, that was 4 years ago, and I didn't know what I was talking about, but, I mean, Gina said that in her testimony. I came in church, I was raised in a Christian surrounding, but eventually I moved around a lot, and my parents, they weren't very grounded on their faith anymore. It was more of I had to grab hold of it, and when youth group was presented in front of me, I'm like, I think this is where God needs to lead me, because where else would I have gone? So I had to fight for my own faith, and that's something that you're going to learn throughout these 4 years, or most of you have learned already, that it's tough, it's hard, it requires long prayer meetings, meeting up with people that you're not 100% comfortable with, learning a lot of names and a lot of faces, forgetting a lot of names, a lot of faces, but in the end, that's what we have a Facebook group, right? That's the reason. I don't know. So in my 4 years, I learned a lot of Bible stories. You expand on what you've learned in Sunday school, and it becomes something solid to you. I remember one of our lessons being, what type of seed are you? And so we had red cups, and then we had to go out in the dirt mound and get a seed, and then there's 4 different types of soil you could be, and I think I was a thorny soil, because it's it represented that you wanted so much of the world, but as you grow, it'll only hurt you if you focused on the world. So youth group really set in perspective that my ambitions can't just be my own, it has to be God's plan for myself. And through that, I learned how to pray. My accountability partner, which is Jessica Kim, I was a freshman and she was a senior, and everyone was intimidating, but she has this awesome laugh. And she would, it's the first time that I learned that people could be helpful, and they would open up. A lot of people spot you in youth group, and being a student that has no money, that was awesome. But it's also a blessing because you're sharing, you're sharing a lot of time, and I learned that wealth isn't just with money, it's with time spent with others. Sorry, this is my outline. I went, in my 4 years of youth group, I went to every event, I went to every camping trip, all the praise nights, Friday nights, most of them. I really squeezed it. Like, if youth group was a fruit, I squeezed that fruit. And then, this is said Jesus is glowing, but this is sorry. I remember praise night sophomore year being led by KJ, and then I remember trying to act and trying to hug people. I could not do it to save my life, but it shows that youth group matured, like helped me mature a little bit quicker, and I don't know, like it all points back to God, basically. That everything you do points back to God, and it allowed opportunities to teach and then serve in Oklahoma twice. That was great. And it was my junior year when I realized that I wasn't going to youth group anymore because of people, but it was because of God, because God was there. And that was around a time when youth group was fluctuating in numbers, and it was really tough to just be there, and you could just think, oh, you know, God was just, can I just like leave for a while and come back, be here when the senior trip comes, and but that is not it, like that. If that's all you focus on, like the good parts, or like the fun parts, you're missing out on the whole picture. Yeah. What some of the, like some people that helped me along the way were probably like the class of 2011. Well, yeah. When they gave their testimonies, I realized that, like, I don't know, like they can be a blessing, and they are a blessing. They're still a blessing, and I want to name all of you, but they're so many. Advice. First, don't bring your robot baby to a Friday night. The background story with that was that, basically, long story short, I had to carry a robot baby for our child development class, and then Mark was like, hey, Amyra, can I touch your baby? And I'm like, sure, Mark. And he punched it, and we cried for 30 minutes. Second, do everything in youth group. Go through all the camping trips, go through all the prayer meetings, do all the Friday nights. I know that when sports season comes around, it's hard to get there, but it's so, I don't know, it's awesome when like season ends, like, oh, that's sad, but when it's like, oh, youth group's there, it doesn't end. But, oh, it ends now, but still. Third, allow what you learn to mold your decisions. If it wasn't for youth group, I wouldn't be going to Christian college. I wouldn't know God so deeply. I wouldn't know that God is like someone who's personal and like most of all, like even though God is your father, like he is your friend, and I try to think of him in that way. That's like, what if I did this against my friend? And like, just in a way, like youth group really helps to help you surround your like thoughts on God, and then like it brings in a barrier of like a social activity versus like your own personal relationship with Him. So. I'd like to thank some people. Thank you, Frankles, for being an awesome teacher. I don't know, he's given me a lot of rides. right away, or you don't always have to talk about Christian stuff. Like, I don't know, you can talk about so many other things. Talk about Doctor Who, like, great. But, thanks. Thanks, Grace. Shout out to Moss Knoll, bringing from Snack Gold. Dentist glasses. Yeah. If anything, this is for young ones. If you ever come to a decision where it's like, is youth group worth it? Is giving up my Friday nights of not being able to have like the high school social life of going to football games, or telling my friends that I'm Christian, or hanging out, or having to want to sleep in because you have a speech tournament at 6 o'clock in the morning. But the answer is yes, it's worth it. It's worth, I don't know, like what I would give for another year in youth group. I don't know. I'd give a lot for it. But God doesn't work that way. So, yeah, make the most of it. It's gonna fly by.
And shout out to CJ, my favorite teacher.